Hi everyone. Thanks for all the encouragement from my last video when I put Cowork inside Dynamics 365. Now, the next question everybody's been asking me is how did I turn that on? What are the switches I needed to enable in order to get Cowork inside Dynamics 365? So I thought today I'll take you through the steps that I followed and just call out some of the gotchas that you may encounter as well. So let's jump right into it. So when looking at Dynamics 365 today, if you do not have M365 Copilot or Cowork enabled, what you're going to see is the traditional experience, which is going to be what we call now app skills. And this is effectively Copilot in D365 sales, which you coach and set up and put topics in. That experience is going to stay there, but we're going to supplement it and add in the additional experience of M365 and Cowork. So let's close that. Let's head over to M365. And what we're looking for here is obviously you have to have your M365 Copilot license in your tenant and be a licensed user. You also have to be a Cowork Frontier user as well. And I'm going to show you how to turn that on if you're not part of the Frontier program. But obviously, to get the best experience, you want to be in Frontier. And so if I go to my M365 admin center, admin.cloud.microsoft.com, obviously with the correct permissions, and I go into my agent experience here, Agent 365, all agents, what I'm looking for is Cowork. And if I search on that, if you are correctly part of Frontier, you will see this show up. And if you just click on it, all you need to do is just make sure that you have permissions to obviously enable it and deploy it. I've employed it to my demo tenant because it's really just me using it, but you can deploy it to specific users if you need to. And then there's no real other data tools or security to worry about today while it is in preview mode. So if you're in Frontier, really, really straightforward. If you're not in Frontier, the secret to this is to go into Copilot menu and click on View All under Copilot Settings. Now, this gives you all of the different programs available to you. And if you scroll down, somewhere in here is Frontier. And we want to make sure we're part of Copilot Frontier. And if I just pop that open, you can see I've applied it to all users in my demo tenant. Obviously, you can call out and use specific users who want to tie in M365 Copilot. And once you've done that, click Save. And that is all it takes place. That may take a little bit of time to federate in your tenant, but rest assured you will start to see Frontier copilots and agents appear in your tenant here. Now, once all that's done, we want to focus on getting M365 Copilot into Dynamics. And there's a couple of levers that we need to pull. So as a Power Platform admin, what I want you to do is to go over to the admin center, left-hand side, go to Copilot, and I want you to open Settings. Scroll down the Settings, and I want you to look for, under Power Apps, Chat Agent, and pop that open. And I want to make sure that both of these are enabled for your environment. So if I pop that open and I go over to my environments, we want to make sure that this is enabled and turned on. So if I pop open my hero environment here, just as an example, we should see that M365 Copilot for model-driven apps is enabled and M365 for Canvas is enabled. And obviously you can, the Canvas app one, you can toggle on and off depending on your settings there. So we make sure that's enabled. And then we also want to make sure Chat Agent is enabled in model-driven apps. And similarly, if I look at my hero environment here, I want to make sure that is marked as on. So that is going to apply the blanket settings so we can start to interact with M365 Copilot when it comes to the Power Apps and obviously model-driven apps and Dynamics. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to come over to your Maker portal, find your model-driven app. In this case, it's my Sales Hub. Pop that open in edit mode, and there's a setting we need to toggle on, or at least make sure it is turned on in order for this to show. And so Dynamics 365 opens in my model-driven app editor. And what I want you to do is go to Settings, and I want you to click on Features. And once this loads, we can scroll down, and we should see a setting here that says Enable M365 Copilot in model-driven apps. Now, you're going to want to make sure that is on, or at least your default, which we've just set in Power Platform, is set to on as well. And that will allow us to work with, obviously, the new experience and be able to access things like Cowork. So once that's done, save and publish your changes, and we can pop over to Dynamics, and now you will get the new experience. So here I am looking at my hero environment, and my Copilot has now changed. So you can see I have two options. App Skills will pop open the previous version of D365 Copilot in Sales, which I can still use and tweak if I want to. But for sellers who want to use the M365 consistent contextual experience that they're using already with M365, you can see my UI has changed. And best of all, I can come in here and I can now start to access Sales Agent, Cowork, and other agents as well. So this is super exciting. It's highly productive, bringing Cowork in my line of work, connecting up Copilot where all my customer data is. Hopefully that helps you get unstuck if you're trying to get this enabled. Please let me know, comment, like, and share, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.